to make a Valentine's Day card that is also a shaker card, where the full front of the card is going to be what's called an edge-to-edge shaker. So what does that mean? It's not just going to be a spot on the card that's going to be shaker. It's going to be the entire front panel of the card that is going to shake. And we're not going to use any foam with it. We are going to use our pockets, pre-done pockets that already have adhesive and already are pre-cut for the A2 card size, which is 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. And we're going to create our lovely pocket, put our goodies inside of it, adhere it down so the whole front of the card is going to shake. So let's get started. I'm going to use a couple of dies in this project also. And for my card base, I'm going to use our A2 card base and layering dies. I'm going to use set 2 for the outline because I do want that stitched card. So I'm going to use set 2 for the base. Put that guy aside. And then on the inside of the card, I'm going to do set 3 because I want to have a curved inside piece as my layering piece. So I'm choosing the stitched curve piece on the inside, the layering of set 3. So I'm combining two sets, set 2 and set 3 together. And this is the inside of the card, what I was talking about. That's what we're going to layer on top of it. This is the piece that got cut out from that particular layering piece on set 3. And I wanted it to already have the stitched on there and the nice curved edges also. Okay. All right, so we're actually going to take a moment and work this card backwards. I'm going to explain to you what that is in just one moment. But I wanted to show you the base that I did already pre-cut out. So there's my stitching line, there's my score. I already sealed it and gave it a swoosh with my Teflon bone folder. So my base of the card is ready to go. That's going to go down there. Then I cut out one more piece. I put my cardstock onto my template, and I only did about that much over it because I want the inside of the shaker pocket to have that stitched mark as well, so it matches the top of the card. So that I did cut out as well. And then I cut out the inside of the card. So the inside of the card is going to be simple. That's why we're going to work from the inside. We're going to flip over and do the back side real quick to finish it off. And then we're going to get to the fun part, the top of the card. So let's adhere, do some of our adhering. And I'm not even going to do any of the inking today on the inside because I don't really have very much I want to ink. I just want to keep this really bright and simple. So sending you tons of love. That's going to go on the inside of the card right there. And then we're going to eyeball where that goes because I'm only going to use my one layer. I'm going to put that guy right there. So the inside of my card is just about done. We are going to use, I have a heart here. I'm also going to use the Zig two-way glue, the fine tip. I just want to put a little bit of glue on the inside of that heart. And then I'm going to take my tweezers, my fancy reverse tweezers, put it exactly where I want it to go. The inside is done, except I just need to sign my name. And then I'm going to turn around and finish off the back. So I've got my handmade piece already cut out. It's from that particular heart, and it's also from this set that's got lots of them to choose from. So I'm just going to pop that on here where I've got the back of this already prepared. Now the back is already complete. The inside of my card is already complete. And then I'm just going to pop that off to the side because we'll get back to that in just a minute. So the inside of my card, what am I going to do? As I said before, I took my base piece, my large outside piece that's got the stitched. I ran my cardstock through there, and I've got one side that's got no stitching on it. That's going to match up because that's going to lay on top of it once it's into the shaker pocket. So that's the piece that we're going to work with right side. Again, I'm not going to ink anything today. And then there's two other dies that I'm working with. So this is in our $5 section. It happens to be a little mason jar, large size, and it comes like this. You've got a couple of different pieces, the tags. We're not going to use the tags. I just want to use the large piece right now. And that is, I cut the jar outside. I cut it out in black cardstock, and I'm going to glue that on the inside because this is going to go on the inside of my pocket. I want some decor in there. My big, large shaker bits that I did, what I'm going to put in there is I cut out these hearts, and this is from our Slimline die set, which has the heart rim, the heart border on it, and it's got lots of different hearts to choose from. So I popped these guys through twice through the die cut machine so I can get some hot pink and red, because I want those big pieces to be inside of there. We're going to put some little shaker bits in here too, but I kind of want to mix up what my shakers look like. So we're going to adhere this guy down. Make sure it's exactly where you want, because I want these hearts as if they've been popping out of the mason jar. We're going to keep this nice and bright like that. And then we are going to take a look at our edge-to-edge shaker pocket right here. So these guys are a thick acetate that are pre-lined. You can see right here the white lines. These are pre-lined, self-adhesive. So we are going to peel that guy up. That's going to be the adhesive part. And then they are crystal clear, but they have a covering on top of it. So you do want to peel the top off, the protective layer, to keep that acetate from scratching. So I'm just going to peel around the edge right now. And I had to put my little sticky note on top right there so I could remember which side was up. And to get this little peel, it takes a little bit to get the corner to lift up. So let's see here. I want to peel it off the adhesive part because I want to show you. You get it and you open it up like that. You do want to take a minute and fold it over just to make sure that that's going to be the correct type of seal. Just give it a little seal right here. And that paper is going to go in here. It's going to fit just perfectly. I'm not going to glue it up just yet, but just so you know what we're doing like that. So it's going to fit in there. So I'm going to take that guy out right now. But I like to just give it a little crease right there, just with my fingers to make sure as soon as I peel the adhesive off that it's already prepared to go in that direction. So this guy is already shown right here where all four sides, and then I left one pocket open or one side of it open because you're going to put your goodies inside there and then sort of push out the air and then go ahead and seal it up, and then you've got a flat shaker piece that is edge to edge that can be glued onto anything. Nice and sturdy too, if you can hear that. Nice and sturdy. Okay, so let's take a look at where we are right here. We did our circle around. All right. I'm going to go ahead and peel that guy off. You can wait to the end if you'd like to do that as well on your particular card. And I'm going to make sure that this fits just perfectly. It does in that spot. All right, so I'm going to peel 3 different sides off and go ahead and seal that. You can also take your Teflon bone folder and run it through if your hands get a little challenging to do that. Whoops. And I am going to leave one side open so I can fill it with our goodies. I'm going to peel the, whoop. Yes, got that right there. Going to peel the other side. Right there. Okay, so leaving that guy open, and then I want to put my hearts down in there. And now there, you notice they're sticking a little bit. So after we add our shakers, we are going to do a little huff in there, put a little humidity in there so we release the stickiness All right, making sure my pieces of paper are turned the right way, my little hearts, so they can float around. On this one, I wanted really big, fun pieces. And of course, I wanted a jar full of hearts. I think that turned. Did that? No, I don't think that turned. Okay, so you can see I've got my jar full of hearts right in there. Now, I need a little legit shaker bits. So I've grabbed my the silver balls, and I'm going to pour just a little bit in there because I just want a little bit of movement. Not a whole lot, but you can do as much as you want. I'm just going to hold that to make sure that does what I want. Yeah, that's just a good enough of a movement for me. All right, I'm going to peel off the last adhesive, and I'm going to give it a little huff so it keeps things from sticking around. And I'm going to push the air out just a tad. You're still going to have a little bit of a not a bubble, but a little bit of a poof, if you can see that there. A little bit of a pocket, because obviously everything's got to move around in there. All right, so there is my complete shaker pocket. I've got silver, pink, and red in there. Now, you can obviously add something to the outside of it if you would like, but now we want to adhere this on top of our card, so our card becomes a complete edge-to-edge type of card. Now, because this is kind of a thick pocket, I recommend something a bit stronger than your tape runner. So if you want to do a liquid adhesive, that would be great. If you have really strong double-sided tape, that would be great. But for this project, I trust something a little bit more grippy. So I'm going to do, my red line, because I really want this to be strong. I think I just dropped my red line. So give me just one moment. All right, let's get this. Let's get some red line on here. Now, I'm only going to do 3 for in the interest of time, but I would do it all the way around there so the whole entire thing seals up. So let's peel these off now. Okay, after applying the edge-to-edge pocket all the way onto the top of the card, we secured that down. So now you can shake it and you can open it up, sending tons of love. You've got the back side all completed now, and your edge-to-edge A2 card is complete. See you next time. Bye-bye.